This is Times Drive. I'm Joel Pereira, and today I'm going to give you a bit of homework. And the next time you're driving and waiting at a signal, I want you to take a look around at all the other cars around you. Now, among the cars and buses and autos, you're going to see a Maruti Alto, a Hyundai Aeon, a couple of i10s. Actually, make that at least a couple of Altos, because here's something interesting. Maruti sells between 20 and 25,000 Altos every month. That's month with an M. Enough, says Nissan. We want a piece of that cake and we want a big piece. Now, it's not going to be easy to dethrone some of the highest selling cars in the world, but if you need something to do it, it needs to be something like what I'm driving right now. Say hello then to the Datsun Go. Now, the Alto, the Aeon and indeed the Go are cars that exist in a category known as low compact, which is automotive marketing speak for cheap. And accordingly, most of the cars falling into this category are cheap. But worse, some of them look it. Not so with the Go. For years we've been told that small, cheap cars need to be designed like wagons because contouring and detailed bodywork costs money and the low-end buyer doesn't have that money to spend. With the Aeon, Hyundai took that principle and asked it to leave. And Datsun has taken it forward. Because what you have here is a car that feels a little schizophrenic. On the one hand, you're not in a small car like an Aeon or an Alto, meaning that you aren't feeling a bit squashed and cramped, but at the same time, this car is cut to a price, and that means some of the stuff you'd expect in a car like this, a car of this size, are missing. And since we are driving the top-end version, we don't even know what's going to be missing in the Go's base variants. What is common between all variants though is the 1.2-litre 3-cylinder KB12 petrol engine that you're also going to find in the Nissan Micra. But in the Go, it's been tuned more for mileage rather than performance. So you've got 69 bhp and 104 newtons of torque. And Datsun claims a mileage of 20.63 litres. In the real world, in its natural habitat in the city, you're going to get about 14 to 15 kmpl. What you will realize when you turn this car on is that it does suffer from the bane of all small 3-cylinder engines, vibrations. However, the vibes smooth out once you're on the go and won't really bother you beyond a point. Where the lack of insulation makes itself apparent though is the sound of traffic and the road outside booming inside the cabin. And that is going to get upsetting. Still, for an engine this size, it does feel peppy. Now, Datsun claims that the Go will get from 0 to 100 in about 13 seconds, and we believe them. What's more important is that this car is geared for city driving. It's the kind of car you can spell all day in third. Also nice is the speed-sensitive electronic power steering, which feels quite weighted, especially for a small city car. Transmission comes from a 5-speed gearbox, which felt okay enough, though a bit notchy, especially first and second gears, which at times needed to be coaxed into their cogs. But like we said earlier, we're going to give this powertrain a passing grade despite the slight shortcomings, because honestly, it is a low-cost entry-level city car. Now, another feature of the Go that will please most people is the stability and handling of this little hatch. It's not like you're going to be out there carving corners and power sliding in your Go, but then it does not feel as bouncy as the competition. Now, having said that, don't try anything stupid in this car. There's a lot of travel in the springs and you're going to get plenty of body roll. Decent engine, decent performance, so far so good. But the one place that Nissan has really swung for the fences is the interior design and styling. Like we said earlier, where the Datsun Go stands apart from its cost competitors is styling. You've got a modern-looking diamond-shaped grille, swept-back headlamps and enough cuts and flourishes in the metalwork to imply appeal. On the inside too, you've got a large airy cabin that feels much larger than its rivals and a nicely laid-out dash that does not look or even feel cut-rate or cheap. One of the first things you'll see in this car is the bench-like front row, implying a third seat, but then considering that there are only 2 seatbelts in the front, Datsun insists that it's only for bags and knickknacks. Yep, let's see how that works out. On the central console, you've got the AC controls, and instead of a regular stereo, you've got something called a mobile dock, which is essentially an aux input music player with a phone holder and a USB charging point, but no radio. So far, so good. But then Datsun has made this car to a price, and there's some stuff missing that will annoy you, at the start at least. Like the absence of an external boot release, which means that if you approach the car with luggage, you need to first open the front door and use the catch from inside. The rearview mirrors are so old school that you need to physically push them around to adjust them, and though you have power windows in the front, there's no master control for the driver. There is plenty of space for storage, but again, due to cost cuts, none of it can be closed. And that's our complete take on the Datsun Go. Now, if you've had any interest in this car, you know that this is Nissan's low-cost car range. And this is only the first of a full range of cars on this platform. Now, as far as cars are concerned, if you have a limited budget and looking to buy your first car, this is a decent entry-level hatchback. Decent engine, decent mileage, ride handling and plenty of space. But what is a little disturbing though is the lack of safety features in the Go. Unlike the top-end versions of other subcompact hatches, even the top-end version of the Go does not feature ABS, airbags, a wiper for the rear window or even a demister. Now, I get for the Indian customer, just owning a car is his primary concern, and if someone wanted safety features, you'd spend a little more. Trouble is, you can't do that with the Go. Now, the Go hasn't been launched yet. We got this car as part of the pre-launch media drive. We don't know what this car costs yet, but then Datsun have been saying that the Go will cost less than 4 lakh rupees for the top-end version. And the launch is expected in a couple of weeks. Should you buy this car? Now, when this car is launched in a couple of weeks and you do find out how much it costs, we'll know for sure.